you want to know the real secret to power learning? Stop learning. Start teaching. I'm not kidding. Have a look at the graph behind me here. If you simply read a book or you go to a class and listen to a lecturer, it actually doesn't help you remember very much about it. And that's because these are what we call passive forms of learning. And that's not how our brain works. Our brain learns best when it's actively involved in making sense of new information and comparing it with things you might already know. The more active, the more you learn. This is, for example, why reading something and then discussing it with a classmate is a lot more useful than just reading it. And that's also why teaching is the most powerful learning technique, because think about it. You first have to understand the information yourself. Then you have to think about the other person and what they might already know about the topic. Then you have to explain it to them and check that they've understood. This is very, very active. Here is the top tip for power learning. Whenever you learn some new information, think about it and ask yourself, how could I pass on this information to someone else in the future? Now, some people write some little notes, they make a little summary, some people even do a practice lesson in front of the mirror. To be honest, it doesn't really matter what you do, but rather than just taking in the information, reading it again, and then putting it away, actively think about how you would explain it to someone else. And that will activate every part of your brain and ensure that you remember it. This is my tip for your power learning.